Hello friends, welcome to my cozy haven. My name is Fiona. I'm really glad you clicked my video today. Hopefully you will look forward to hearing about the books that I've read this week and what I'm planning to read this weekend. It's been an okay week reading wise. You'll find out more about it as my video goes on. This week we were out on Monday to have lunch with a friend, which was absolutely lovely. It was really nice spending time with her and just sort of catching up. We did a wee bit of shopping, went into Hobbycraft and got a few things I wanted for crafting. So did that. That was good. And then the rest of the week has been quiet. We haven't done anything apart from that. So I've managed to be productive and I've managed to do a few things I wanted to do, which has been great. But nothing major. So shall we get into the books? Because that's really why you're here, isn't it? So I finished Over the Sea to School by Mabel Esther Allen. Now this book is set, I would think, 1950s, 60s, just from what they were, the sort of the uniform they were wearing. So Dylan Harvey is captain of her farm and is really happy at the high school, but her parents feel that she's maybe not achieving as much as she possibly could, and they decide to send her to a progressive school in Skye, on the island of Skye. And they have connections to the island of Skye. They've got cousins there, and they've got family there, but they don't really keep in touch with them very much. And the family, Dylan thinks that the family are like poor and they live in a croft, etc., etc. So she's really not happy. She's going to Skye. Basically snubs any overtures of friendship from any of the other girls that she meets on the journey. Even snubs the girl that is her cousin. It's just so there's a lot of that to it, and she doesn't like the progressive school where there's you don't have a set timetable. You get to choose what you want to, so what subjects you want to take, etc., etc. She finds it really, really hard to settle down. Also, the fact there are no prefects or anything like that. So she finds it very, very hard to settle down. Various things happen, and she becomes, involved within the things that happen. So I really enjoyed it, I have to say. I gave it 4 out of 5. I have actually, the second book in this trilogy arrived yesterday, so I will definitely be reading it. Not just now, but I will be reading it. But no, thoroughly enjoyed it. This is my first Mabel Esther Allen, and I did enjoy her writing style. It was very interesting, and the form of a progressive school, I thought was I don't know that I would have enjoyed maybe that kind of atmosphere, but maybe I would. I don't know, but it was interesting to read about. So the second book I finished this week is Barefoot Beach by Debbie Mason. I've been buddy reading this series with Elizabeth from Lizzie Fay Loves Books. This is book number, it's either 8 or 9, I cannot remember. Let's take a wee shifty at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is book number 8 in the Harmony Harbour series. And this is probably one of my favourite books so far. So this book concentrates on Thea and on Marco de Rossi. So Thea Lawson and Marco de Rossi. And the matchmakers are out again, and they want to try and match Marco, and he's like, no, I'm not having any of this. No. So basically, he conspires with Thea to basically fake date him, to try and get the matchmakers off his back and off her back. And also, so we have that story. We also have the story of Daniel Gallagher's daughters, Daphne and Penelope, coming because he supposedly had another near-death experience. And, he's trying to get them to the manor to try and persuade them to sell their shares. We also have, Kane up to his tricks. You have Ryan Wilson as a bad guy up to his tricks. There's bits that there's various stories from the past are coming to light. It was really, really good. I really liked the way everything sort of came together and all the little threads were being woven in and everything. So I really did enjoy it. Gave this one again 4 out of 5. Really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. And we're going to read the final book in the series in December because it's a Christmas one. But I'm looking forward to seeing if she ties up every single loose thread, because I still got questions. I think it's great when you're reading a series and you know you've got one book left and you've still got questions you want answered. So, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this one. And if you haven't thought about Harmony Harbour series, it's very good. I would recommend it very much. I then read another buddy read, Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. I was buddy reading this with Rebecca, Colourful Book Nester, and Elizabeth and Beth from Soul Stained Ink. I'm the first to finish. And I know I've got to give it a rating. And the rating is going to be a 0.5 star. I really didn't enjoy this book, friends. I couldn't get into I couldn't connect with the characters. I found the way it was written really bizarre. It was like one-dimensional. There was no dimension to it. Very little dialogue between characters. And if there was, it wasn't enough. And when it says practical magic, I thought I was going to get a lot more magic than I did. And that was really, really disappointing. I know there are people who love this book and love this series. I'm not one of them. Having read this one, do I want to read any more of her books? The answer to that is probably no. If all her books are written in the same style, then I'm not going to enjoy her writing style. I mean, I know that she's written quite a bit. I mean, I can see by the cover that she's written quite a bit, but nah, I just don't. I was contemplating watching the movie, after reading the book, because I thought, yeah, I'm going to enjoy the book, I'll enjoy the movie. I am now really, really unsure. I don't know whether to watch the movie or not, so come chat with me in the comments, tell me what you think. Should I watch the movie? Is the movie better than the book? I would really appreciate knowing. But yeah, so really disappointed. I thought, looking forward to discussing it with the others, and I will discuss it, but I'll be very interested to hear what they think. Whether I'm the only one out of the three of us, I don't know. But yes, it'll be interesting to see what they make of this and what their thoughts are. So yeah, it's a shame, but that's reading, isn't it? We're not always going to love all the books that we read, and I think that's a good thing. So yeah, so shame, but that's the way reading is. So I then wanted to pick up something I knew I was going to enjoy, and something that would maybe. Did I feel slumpy? Sort of. I didn't really know what I wanted to read, but I thought I wanted to read something that would, give me a wee bit of a boost. And I went back to a very old favourite, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I know there's a lot of chat about J.K. Rowling and her views. Those are her views. She's entitled to them. I am not going to get involved. I enjoy the Harry Potter series. I really like Harry as a character. I like Ron and Hermione. And I love the Hogwarts world. And I always will do. And I just think, for a book that probably got a lot of kids, and maybe adults as well, reading, it's wonderful. I know a lot of people won't read it because of the hype as well. It is a fun read. Sometimes you have to suspend your disbelief, but I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I love seeing Harry grow into the person that he is supposed to be. I love seeing the friendships form between him and Ron, and him and Hermione and Neville. I think that is, that was a great quartet to put together, all bringing different strengths to the story. And who doesn't love Hagrid? Hagrid is just like this lovable man who just wants to be loved by people and care for people. I really, really like that. So I don't need to tell you what Harry Potter's about. Everybody knows what Harry Potter's about. But if you haven't read Harry Potter and you're going, and you're on the fence because of J.K. Rowling and all her, put that aside if you can. And if you want to read a book about a young boy who has been neglected, let's be honest. The Dursleys did neglect him, but it comes into his own. Pick up Harry Potter, guys. It will whisk you away to a magical world that is just lovely. And, well, it is lovely, but they're mean baddies as well. But, good always wins in the end. But no, I really enjoyed my reread. So those are the books I've read this week. What am I reading now? I picked up yesterday The Forest Hideaway by Sharon Gosling on my Kindle. I can't show you a picture of it because the Kindle, the cover doesn't come up for some reason. Oh, excuse me, on my ARC. I've read one book by Sharon Gosling before, The Lighthouse Bookshop, and I loved it. This one, the character is an architect and she is doing up a castle near Carlisle. And she's engaged the help of a local contractor. And, we're just getting to them sort of starting the rebuild, and she's not wanting to rebuild. She is wanting to keep the integrity of the structure that's there already and just add to it. She doesn't want to repair it, which I think is really, really an interesting concept. There's also an oak tree growing in the middle of the sort of the ruin, and she's keeping the oak tree. She's making a courtyard round it within the house, within the building, with a retractable roof, so that there's room for this oak tree to spread and grow, which I think is absolutely intriguing to me. It's like, wow, great concept. So I'm about 15% through it, and I'm really enjoying it, so it's good. And then I don't really want to read my Kindle in bed, because even though it's a blue light, an e-ink display, I still find that if I'm reading my Kindle in bed, I don't actually get to sleep that well. So I decided not to, and then I found this book lurking in my bookshelves. I know I've read it before, but that was like probably years ago. Excuse me. So I decided to pick it up again, and that's Hygge, a Danish concept of cosy and simple living by Noah Nielsen. So it's a very short book, as you can see. I got 4 chapters read last night, and it's just explaining Hygge and various things that you can do to make your life more Hyggelig, and it's a lovely read. Easy things that he's talking about that can be done by everybody in their everyday lives to add some hygge and cozy and comfort to your living. So I'm thoroughly enjoying that one. So that's it. Those are all the books that I've read this week and what I'm going to be reading this weekend. The Hygge one I will get finished probably tonight. And then I have another one up there, which is an autumnal read, so I may pick that one up as well. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, so that's it. What are my plans for the weekend? There's going to be rugby on this weekend as well, so that's good. I don't think I've got any other plans. I've got letters that I need to write to pen pals. I've written one, but I've got another 3 to go, so I want to maybe do that. And just maybe start thinking about I've made a list of all the folk I need to buy Christmas presents for, and I started to kind of fill out what I'm going to get them. I've also made a list of all the Christmas cards that I want to make, that I've got, that I want to send. So I may start looking at photographs or pictures that I can use if I make Christmas cards. So yeah, I may start doing that. I know folk are going, Fiona, it's only in the middle of October, but I've got stuff that needs to go away, needs to go abroad. So it needs to go within kind of the next month so that it gets there before Christmas. So yes, I need to sort of think, I need to sort of start really thinking now of what's gonna happen, so, and what I'm gonna do. So that people will get presents before Christmas and they won't think that I don't love them. So there we go. But yeah, so that's kind of my plans, really. Really exciting, I know. Riveting, isn't it? So yeah, but no, it's fine. I enjoy doing things like that. It's like, you know, I think probably they say that, you know, there's 5 different love languages, and probably one of mine is gift giving. I love buying gifts for friends and making them look nice when I post them, you know, I parcel them up and everything, so I love doing that. So yeah, I enjoy this part of, I know, of the build up to the festive season. I really do. I love sort of thinking about it and what I'm going to do and etc. So yeah, I will enjoy every minute of doing this, even though I go, but no, I will love every minute of it. So that's kind of my weekend and what I'm going to be reading. Come chat with me down in the comments. What are you going to be reading this weekend? Yeah, sorry about this. I've been up an hour and I'm yawning my head off. I could go crawl back in there easily. Anyway, I digress. I probably am digesting it as well, my breakfast, but never mind. You don't need to know that. No. So what have you been reading this week? I would love to know. What are you reading this weekend? Come chat with me in the comments. What are you also planning and doing? Have you been doing anything fun this week? Or have you got any fun plans for the weekend? I would love to know. On your way down to chat with me in the comments, if you haven't already, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. And the notification bell. That will tell you when I'm bringing out new videos, and also means you'll be a member of this lovely my wee cozy haven over here. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It will just help my channel keep growing in the algorithm, because I'm loving this. I love getting to chat with you all about the books you're reading and what you're doing, what I'm doing and everything. It's just a really lovely community to be part of, and I enjoy seeing my wee side of the community growing. But that's it for the moment, friends. I hope you've enjoyed, and until my next video, stay safe, happy reading. Bye.